So week 9. Yeah, there's definitely something. I'm wearing leggings because it's like the most comfortable thing. Now I don't actually know if this is. It's not baby because baby is the size of like a grape right now, but it's probably just bloating. I just feel really, really podgy right now. So there we go. Week 9. So I don't really understand how people stay so skinny until they hit whatever week and then it looks like they have a bump. As I said on my very first video when I was 6 weeks pregnant, how I realized I was pregnant because I was so bloated, and I just kind of feel like that's getting worse. I don't know whether it's actually the baby at all. I suppose it's just hormones and things growing, things moving around, or down to the fact that I've been eating carb heavy foods to try and stop the nausea, and the ginger ale is just making me bloated. I have no clue. So, week 9 of pregnancy, I've had some better days where I haven't felt so tired and I've felt a little bit more normal. Um, and I've had some days where I've just felt knackered as well. Like today, I feel pretty tired today. But yesterday, I definitely felt pregnant. I didn't feel like it was just a load of hormones and symptoms. Like I genuinely felt like there's something going on inside me. Stuff is definitely growing and moving around. And I don't know, I just had this feeling inside me. It was a weird one, but I definitely feel more pregnant and like it's a little bit more real now. I've had a little bit of dizziness and nausea this week, not as much as last week though. So it is easing, but I don't know whether that's just because I've been eating really carb heavy food, just to try and make myself feel better. I've kind of given up on trying to eat healthier because it's just not helping me. Although I have craved smoothies and fruit and veg, although I have to have it with loads of carbs because it's not making me feel any better. I just feel nauseous. So need to stock up on the carbs. So this just might just be like a carb belly right now, a carb and ginger ale belly. Maybe not pregnancy at all. So this week has been okay. Like I said, starting to feel a little bit better, but a little bit more pregnant. I have had, and this has happened over the last few weeks, but I keep forgetting to mention it in the previous videos, mega back pain. And not from doing anything, like even I'm waking up with it, or I find that I can't find a comfortable position at night. So really bad back pain. And not from lifting anything. Like I said, I think it's just hormonal. But I've been reluctant to lift anything, especially at work, just because of that. I don't really want to make it any worse. It's definitely putting pressure on it, being at work or being in a certain position for a long time, or lifting certain objects, or doing a repetitive movement, really isn't helping that. So that's been quite bad, and I've just kind of had to say to people at work, I've got bad back at the moment. I can't lift this. Can you grab it? Because I just can't do it at the moment. I've just got bad back, and it's really difficult to cover it up. So yeah, so the back pain has been quite tough, and that's also been a bit sciatic pain too, which I read somewhere. It's obviously because of all the pregnancy stuff pushing on nerves and causing back pain and sciatic pain. So that's been quite tough, and that has been over the last few weeks now. It comes and goes. It doesn't really last like a week and then it goes again. It's just a couple of days here, then it'll be fine, then a couple of days later, and so that's quite frustrating, really. Apart from that, in terms of symptoms, it's not been too bad. Like I said, like I've just I've just been having the kind of usual nausea, but it has eased significantly. I have had, again, over the last couple of weeks, quite a lot of insomnia. So I'm absolutely knackered, and I'll have like a long day at work, be really, really tired all day, and just want to sleep. And then I'll get home, be thinking, yes, I'm just gonna curl up in bed, and I'll manage to sleep straight for a good maybe like 3-4 hours, and then I wake up, and then I can't get back to sleep again, and then eventually I do get back to sleep, but then it's morning and I need to be getting up again, and it's just like, oh, it's so frustrating. The bump, because it is on my belly, I don't know if it's a bump really yet, but because my belly really is growing, um, it's kind of getting harder to cover. I wear quite baggy clothes to work, so that's fine. But even then, I'm still like, oh my god, I can feel it really pushing on my clothes now. So I've got a work Christmas thing coming up. We're going bowling, and then we're going out to eat as well. So that's gonna be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. But what do I wear? So I've been living in leggings at the moment, and that's fine. I can get away with that at bowling. But these places usually get quite hot, and I want like baggy stuff um, to try and cover it. So I just don't know what to do. I'm just gonna have to try and find like a long t-shirt and just try and hide it that way. I am a little bit concerned that I might feel a little bit unwell. In which case, especially when we're eating, so I just need to think a little bit more ahead and maybe eat before we go as well, just so that it kind of just settles my stomach. And then hope that the bowling, with a bowling ball and it being, I mean, they're not heavy, they're like what, £10, something like that. So they're not going to be heavy, but I just don't want to twinge anything or tweak anything. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a little bit of heartburn right now. Oh my gosh. Just had twinge and then I did just eat my lunch. That's probably what it is. Right, sorry about that. But that kind of thing, that's exactly what I'm scared of doing. And I'm subconsciously rubbing my belly as well, like it's a baby. When you see big pregnant women and they're just like rubbing their baby or rubbing their belly, which is their baby, and I'm already starting to do that if I'm feeling discomfort. So I'm worried as well that I will, without thinking, like rub my belly if I'm having any discomfort after we eat or whilst we bowl, and I'm just worried that that's going to catch me out as well and that I'm going to get found out. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I feel the urge to do it. I suppose if you're not feeling great anyway, you would kind of, I don't know, just kind of try and comfort yourself, wouldn't you, to try and make yourself feel better. Luckily, it's not like a full day. It's going to be from around 11 until maybe like, I don't know, 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. But that's long enough for someone to catch on. So that's this week really. I really haven't had many issues. It's been a fairly good week in comparison to some of the previous weeks where I've had really crazy symptoms. Oh, there is one more thing as well, alongside the back pain really, is my bras are killing me. So painful. And I've noticed that my boobs are a little bit, have grown a little bit. Yeah, they're friggin' painful anyway. So that's been like that pretty much since I found out I was pregnant. Like, you can't touch them without them being really sore. My other half is highly disappointed. But it's not really my boobs, it's like my rib cage has gotten bigger. What's with that? So I have these bras that I'm putting on my last strap already, on the last hooks to make them bigger, and wowzers, they're just digging in they're really uncomfortable. So I just haven't been wearing them. I've been wearing these little like crop top things that I used to wear like when I was working abroad and in the summer, and I'd be like wearing tiny tops outside, and so just yeah, I mean that's all I can say. It is kind of like a crop top bralette kind of thing that is just so stretchy that it's not supportive at all, but is not really hurting my rib cage and isn't digging in at all. Um, so that's good. But I may need to get some. I don't know whether to get like proper maternity bras yet. I feel like it's way too early to be doing that. But then I don't know. I don't know what to do. I need to go and have a look. I need to try and find like maybe some maternity bras that could just grow with me, that aren't gonna be too expensive, and B like too far ahead, because it's just gonna be crazy. I don't want to be buying like nursing bras when I'm in my first trimester. I just need something that's just going to be comfortable. So that's kind of my mission, really. I need to do a bit of Christmas shopping this week. I'm going to pop into town and I'm going to try and have a look and see what's out there and see if I can get anything which is kind of between what I'm wearing now, this kind of crop top bralette thing, but something that's a little bit more supportive, that maybe is gonna carry me through my pregnancy a little bit. So that's it for this week. I shall tune in with you next week and let you know how week 10 went. Thanks. Bye.